Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 89. So today, it's been a little while since my last video, probably, most likely, because it always is. I am going to show you some county fair entries and show you what places I got, and then just show whatever random stuff I've been working on. I don't know if anything's actually finished. I've been doing a lot of starting things and then getting to the point where I need to like sit down and like add details and whatever else. But summer is kind of hard for me to sit down and do a lot of like real crocheting with all the kids being home and everything. School just did start yesterday and my youngest is now in kindergarten. If you guys have, some of you have been here since the beginning of my channel and I wasn't even pregnant with her at that point, or maybe I was, I don't know, but I was pregnant with her towards the beginning of my channel. Anyway, so she is almost 6 and she's starting kindergarten, so hopefully my plan is to get on a better recording schedule. Not gonna guarantee that I get it like up and edited and uploaded that same day, but at least while they're at school and I'm alone, or sometimes my husband is home depending on his schedule, but I will have no excuses to not come down here and record a video. So and then hopefully I also have more time to crochet, because I at the very least will have time while I'm sitting in the car picking them up to work on stuff, and then obviously I have more time to myself during the day to catch up on cleaning. And I need to do some deep cleaning from the summer and life, and then hopefully crocheting. So a lot of these things that I will be showing you today are fall and Halloween themed, mostly because and that's what I've been working on throughout the summer, because I was hoping to get into this festival that our local nursery puts on at the end of September. And you have to apply, and like not everybody, it's not first come first serve like some other vendor things are. So I did get in, I found out the other day, so now I gotta get my butt in gear and actually like really work on stuff. I was hoping to get a little bit of a head start in the summer, but obviously you'll see that that did not happen too much. So and then I do have some acquisitions to show you. Some of it will be a clip that I already recorded a few weeks ago probably, and then a few other things. So I'm honestly not super organized right now. Sometimes I have to get myself motivated to make a video because I don't like talking. And so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna start, and everything is here, just not like organized. So I will start with my pile of county fair stuff. So I'll just grab and show. So this one, most of my things are in the like needlecraft category, so like crochet, knitting, sewing, that things. I did enter one thing into just the general crafts category, and this was a holiday non-Christmas item. So I entered this little glow-in-the-dark ghost, and he got a first place. Honestly, so in other years we've been like out of town and not like actually attended the fair to see what other people have entered. There was a lot. I think everything gets a ribbon. I'm not gonna lie. I think everything gets some sort of ribbon. So there's a lot of blue ribbons, and then there's a lot of red ribbons and some white, which is third place. So I don't feel like super excited that I got a lot of blue ribbons. One day it would be nice to get, you know, that grand champion type thing, but those are reserved for like the really big like Afghans and like crazy complicated looking items. So anyway, so you might see a lot of blue ribbons, but that also doesn't mean that, I don't think a lot of people enter, for one, and I think they're just like, oh, this is blue ribbon quality, so here you go, even if the next person also gets a blue ribbon. I'm not sure how that works, but it looked like there was a lot, either that or I don't know. So like this one is a hat that I did. It's a wheat stitch hat. by Brianna K Designs, and I got second place on that one. And sometimes they'll write like a note on the back for like what you would need to improve or whatever, like why you didn't get a better place, but none of mine did. Alright, this one, oh, so that was just crochet, and then the category was hat, so it could have been any type of hat. This one is under handbags and then crocheted handbags. So this is, there's no like market bag category, so I put this under handbags. This is just a granny square bottom bag, and it did get a blue ribbon. Let's see. This year they had, I mean, they've probably had this category before, but it is a bookmark in the crochet category. So I entered this one, which is a Jada and Stitches mile a minute bookmark, and got a blue ribbon. This one is actually one of my only finished objects for the summer. And I decided to just enter it. It's nothing crazy. It's a lemon peel from the inside, so it's worked in the round or square, but it's a lemon peel, and I turned it into a washcloth, so it's cotton yarn. So yes, it's not very exciting. So I understand why it's a blue ribbon, or no, a red. It's a red ribbon. So that's in the crochet dishcloth category. Let's see. This is one of my daughter's Easter dresses. I couldn't decide which one to enter, but I chose this one. So there is a crochet articles is the main category, and under that is child's dress. So that's this one, and it did get a blue. What else do we have here? Alright, this is a little otter that I made for my daughter for her, I think for Christmas last year, I don't know. And it was just in the stuffed toys, animals / crochet category. His hat's coming off. So he was definitely not my best work, but I didn't really have any other really good ones for this category. I feel like a lot of the other things I make are really simple because I make them for markets, and if it's too complicated, it's too expensive, and so yeah. So that's why that one was still here as a gift to my daughter. So this one was Christmas crochet articles, so just anything Christmassy crochet. So I entered this tree. I have a lot of these trees, not a ton, but a lot of these trees left for my Christmas market, and it did get a blue ribbon, even though this really is not that exciting. That might be everything. Besides, I did enter my daughter's her temperature blanket, which I'm not, it's just this. I've showed it before, the granny stripe temperature blanket. I'm pretty sure it got a blue ribbon. I don't know, I'm not pulling it out. Obviously, like I said, the I think one of the grand prize winners was this nativity scene blanket that was like a single crochet mosaic, like kind of one of those that looks like every single stitch might have been almost a different color, like it was super complicated. So I get that, like someday if I ever get time to work on a complicated blanket pattern, that would be kind of fun to enter something like that and see what happens, or like a mosaic or something like that. So I think that is everything. I was gonna enter some earrings because there's a jewelry category, and for whatever reason it was like I was gonna enter some snowflake earrings that I made, and I don't know, I didn't print off the thing, or I left them here or something, so that didn't get entered. So I guess we'll do acquisitions real quick. Maybe I'll start with the clip that I already recorded, and I will put that in here, and then we'll be right back. Hi guys, so this is just going to be a clip that I throw into whatever next video I do. All of my kids and husband are not home right now, so I was just going to take this empty house moment to show you just some acquisitions. I've had these for a little while and I need to start putting them away, and I don't feel like I have enough stuff to show you on like a real video at the moment. So I'm going to start with, I got a little bit of Hobby Lobby clearance, and I honestly don't even remember what I got because I don't live near a Hobby Lobby, but my mom does, and so I asked her to go see what they had, and she sent me pictures and stuff, and then she brought it to me when she was visiting for a weekend. So we'll see what we got here. I think there was just one, no, two of this one. Okay, so this is the I Love This Yarn and the color green camo. So I got two of those, and they were $2.49, so that's half off. Then I think most of these, there was only like one left when she was there, one or two, so I don't know. The ball band just came right off. Alright, this is I Love This Yarn print, and the color is Marled Mocha, and I just got one of those. Then, and I Love This Yarn print in the color Shocking Violet. Another I Love This Yarn print, yes. And this one is, you'd think I'd be able to find these every time. High Sierra stripe. So brown and blue. I think that's all the I Love This Yarn regular stuff. So then I got Yarn Bee Soft Secret Ombre in Blueberry Hill is the color. Just one of those. And these were $1.49. Oh, two of those, my bad. And then this is Yarn Bee, Baby Bee Sweet Delight Chunky, and the color is Teddy Bear Cuddles. These were $1.49 each, and I got two of those. And then lastly, from Hobby Lobby, I got Yarn Bee Adorable Blue White Multi, or Multi, however you want to say that. And they were also, oh, these were $1.24. So two of those. So that's from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if she missed, like if it was really like empty because everybody else already bought stuff, or if she came too early and so not everything was marked down yet. I don't know. She didn't find any cotton and not much of like the like baby stuff like this. Then I also have a Hirschner's order, and I am hoping to do a fall festival thingy that is done here locally, and it's like Halloween themed. So I mostly got colors to work for that. So I like Hirschner's to get the Premier Parfait Chunky, mostly because they are decent price. Like a lot of times they're on sale, and I can always find either free shipping or really cheap shipping option. So I usually wait until that happens. So I got Tangerine, which is one of my normal orange colors that I get. And then I wanted to try this, I think. So they just, after I did this order, they released newer colors, apparently. But this is a new color to me. This is Carrot. So I don't have that one. And then this green is also a new color to me, Sour Apple. And then I got black because you can never have too much black. And that's it for that. I also I've never tried the Premier Parfait Plush, so I got a white in that. And because, wow, my lighting is really bad today. There we go. The last time I did this festival 2 years ago, I made a ton of ghosts, and they would like sell as I was making them. I just kept making them, and then I'd put one out, and then it would sell like a minute later. So I figure even if I don't like this, like the thickness of it or anything, I don't have any other colors of it to make into something else, I can always just make ghosts or snowmen for winter. But so I got white in that, and then I also got a Bernat blanket. This is the color Deep Grape, and I don't have any real purple, so I thought this was a fun color to whatever, I don't know. You could make bats, you could make spiders, all sorts of things out of that. And then also, because I was curious, they have this Premier, it is Premier, right? I think it's Premier Stash Goals chenille. And it is a 1.1 pound bag, 500 grams. And a normal Parfait Chunky is 100 grams. And I want to say this was like $7.99 or something like that. And these are normally $4.99, sometimes on sale for $3.99. So I was curious to see what the difference was and if it was worth it, type of thing. You're getting a lot more yarn for the price. So it seems a little bit thicker. Let's see, a little bit thicker than the Parfait Chunky. So I'll have to work it up and see how I feel about it. I don't know. But anyway, it's basically just 2 giant balls. And they didn't have a ton of colors, but I was gonna get a purple of the Parfait Chunky, and I was like, well, let's just try the purple of that and see how it works. So that's all my like yarn acquisitions. I have a bunch of other random stuff. Let's see, I bought this like bowl or a fruit bowl basically thing at a garage sale for like $1. I figure I could maybe make a good display at markets or whatever, especially if I have something that's 2 different sizes. Like say I make I don't know, bumblebees or something, and I make them like some out of Bernat blanket and some out of Parfait Chunky. They're different sizes, so I could make the big ones in the bottom bowl and the little ones on the top bowl. That was just a random example. So I don't know if I'll use it or not. Whoa. But it's there. I just dropped it. Okay. Also the random things. These are all from Amazon. I could link this stuff if you want. I don't have affiliate links because I have no idea how that works. But I got these like little keychain thingies to go, and I'm thinking of making some of the like little tiny critterlings that I made for the claw machine. I'm thinking of making them into like little backpack buddies or something. So I got these for that. I also ordered more of these to make more like chapstick holders. I didn't really sell any of my lanyards or wristlets or anything, but I did use these to make those. So mostly I need to make more chapstick holders. That's why I got those. And then, just for fun, I got, you can't even tell what it is, but these are sandbags. Maybe I'll post a picture of what they're supposed to look like. Sandbags that like wrap around the legs of your canopy tent thing. We used to have some other sandbags, but we still have them, but they're like, they've been outside pretty much forever on our trampoline, and then I would just like steal them if I did an outdoor market. but they're falling apart and ripping, and just because of being out in the elements all the time. So I decided, I saw somebody, I think on Instagram, post these and they looked cool. And I don't do very many outdoor markets, but we do live in Wyoming and it is windy. So if I do this fall one, I need some, you have to have some sort of weight no matter what, but hopefully it's not too windy and that these are heavy enough. And then also, you can't tell what this is either because it's in a box. It's basically like this type of shelving, these like cube thingies, but just the wire in black. And that would also be for craft fair displays. I think it was Mom Stitchetti on Instagram. She showed how she, yarn falling on me now. She showed how she like zip ties hers together, and some zip ties she always leaves, so you can just like fold it up to take it home. You don't have to completely take it apart. And so I thought that was interesting and I should try it. So yeah, I guess I will leave links to those few things down below, and because I'm too lazy to get them out of the box right now, and they're just wire shelves, so I mean, they're not that exciting. Anyway, so that's all for now. Okay, so besides that, the only other acquisitions I have is I forgot that my mom got this for me at Michael's. It is a the Granny Square All-in-One by Red Heart, and the color is something, I don't know where they put the colors on these. Oh. Soft White Buttercup Blush. Anyway, it was clearance at Michael's for $7 instead of the $12 that normally is. I will not be making granny squares out of this because that just seems like too much work. And I don't love granny square projects that much, so it's just the stripies will be whatever I decide to make. And then I did, every once in a while there's something good at my Goodwill. Not very much. Not usually. My Goodwill kind of sucks. Or everything gets sold really fast. Anyway, this bag was $2. So I decided to get it. This is a Red Heart bamboo crochet thread, which I've never used before. And it's a size 10. So I use size 10s to make necklaces sometimes, and then size 3 to make like chapstick holders and other random things like that I can't think of at the moment. So there's this yellow. Wow, that really does not want to show. Okay, pretty sure that's a size 3. It's thicker than the 10. There's a red, and oh, that actually has a thing inside. Hey. Yeah, that's a Aunt Lydia's size 10. And I probably have red, I don't know. But I don't have a lot of size 3s, so that's why I got it, because this one is also, it's a Red Heart size 3. I don't think I have red in the size 3. And then this is a Lion Brand Vanna's Glamour, which I actually had some of this. I made some pumpkins and some random Christmas things. I don't know. I think I'm almost out of this. I had a red that I made like a garland for my Christmas tree with. Anyway, so I knew what this was. I didn't see this, but I knew what it was because I'd had some before. So I figured for the $2 was a pretty good deal for those few threads and this one, even though the yellow is almost gone, so I don't know what I'll get out of that, but that's okay. So that is all my acquisitions. So we will move on to, I just got a random, I've got a box here of all my bags of random stuff I've been working on. So at least hopefully it's everything. I don't know. So first, I want to make some towels for the craft fair. All I have done so far is these two. And obviously they're not done, they need buttons still, but that's done enough. That's kind of what I do. I get it to the point of needing buttons, and then I do a bunch of buttons at once. One of the first things I was making are these cauldrons. This is a pattern by, I want to say it's Little Baby Rory Crafts on Instagram. And it's a paid for pattern, so I think I bought it on Etsy. Anyway, she has a little version and a big version of these cauldrons, and they're supposed to have little faces. I make them without the faces. And I bought the little pattern, but I also used the little pattern and used bigger yarn to make the bigger size. So, let's see. It is just like, they're all squished because it's been a while since I made these, so I need to kind of shape them. But it is, there's an opening in the middle to like store candy or whatever you want to store in there. And all of these need their ends woven in still. So, sorry if you can't really tell what it's supposed to look like. But this is like the lid, and it's supposed to look like a little bubbly cauldron. So, it goes like that. Ignore the strings. Kind of like that. And I made more tops than I did bottoms, because apparently I wasn't thinking straight. So, well, I wanted to see how much yarn the bottoms took, so I wasn't doing them multiple at a time. So like here's this green one on a gray. So this is Parfait Chunky, and this is Bernat blanket yarn. So I think she uses Parfait Chunky in all of hers. So the big pattern is like, obviously would take longer, but I just cheat this way and do bigger yarn to make it slightly bigger. These didn't sell super well the last time I did this market 2 years ago, so I don't think I want to make a ton, but I did think it could be fun if you had a bunch of cauldrons and then a bunch of tops, and they like picked what they wanted to go together. So I made two of the Parfait Chunky and just one of the big ones so far, because I don't think I have a gray of that. But my other tops are this green one, and then these two are the little sizes. So I do need to make some more bottoms, the pot part, to match those, and then weave in those ends. So that's that. I also made, these actually might be officially done. And these sold decently at my last fair, last time I did it. So they're zombies, so bees that are zombie looking. I think this is just a free pattern on Instagram, so I'll link it down below. You could really use any bee pattern that you already have and like, just make it zombie colors and then add little stitches and stuff. So there's this green one, and I did use some Parfait Chunky and some Bernat blanket yarn also. So that's kind of what I do to get the two different sizes. So there's that green one. And then these two bluish ones. And I kind of try to vary like where the stitches are. Sometimes they're on the wing, sometimes they're not. And then I just made two, I believe, of the Bernat. That's got a end poking out here. Mostly because I don't have a lot of great zombie colors for these. I kind of do wish that these were a little bit less ball-like, that they were a little bit longer. So if I made them again next, their eyes are totally in different spots. That's okay. So if I make them again next year, I might have this add like 2 more rows here just to make it a little longer instead of like a little ball. To be more of a oval. I don't know. Alright, so that's that. Let's see what to do next. Okay, so then I made, I think 5 cable pumpkins. It's by MJ's, oh, what's her name? Something about MJ. I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, I made some of these before, and let me grab them. Maybe I'll show you what yarns I used since they're here still. They still need their stems, so I'll do probably cinnamon sticks on these. So this one is a Bernat Softy Cotton in this sandstone pattern. It's like an orangish tan, so I like that. My only problem with this pattern is that it always shows the stuffing in these spots. So I almost want to, the reason these are still together and not put away is because I kind of want to see if I can thread some yarn up through some of these stitches and maybe cover some of those bigger spots, like these spots right here on the cables, like that. So we'll see if that works or not. The fuzzier the yarn, the more it's hidden, but I like the stitch definition of like a cotton like this too. So I don't know. So this one is a Yarn Bee Warm and Cozy in this mustard color, and this was clearance for $1.24. There we go. So you can see the cables and you can see all these holes. I want to say this green one is the same yarn, but I don't have the ball band for this one anymore. So there's that one. And I only made 5 because I do have to price these a little bit higher because they are very time consuming. This one is Nako something. It was clearanced a long time ago. And it's kind of like a roving, and it's kind of fuzzy, but you can still kind of see you can definitely see the white in the middle on the camera. Like in person it's not as bad, but on camera you can definitely see those. And then one more. This one is a Big Twist Living, and it was clearance at Joann's. Oatmeal Cookie is the color, so it's just variegated. I wasn't sure how it would work out, or it's almost stripy, almost variegated. It's kind of in between. So I wasn't sure how it would look with the cables, if it would be too busy and hide it. I don't think it's too bad, but I probably wouldn't do it again. I think I like the solid. Okay, there we go. The solid colors better on those. And then I think the only thing I have left are these two little guys. This one is a paid for pattern, and I don't remember the name of the designer right now. These are supposed to be loveys, little ghost loveys, so their bodies are not stuffed. Their arms are stuffed, their heads are stuffed. And they do call for safety eyes, but I want to either embroider eyes or crochet some eyes to sew on, because I want to try to make some things baby friendly, and not just use safety eyes on everything. So I figured a lovey would be good. So this one is Parfait Chunky. This one is Bernat Blanket. I probably won't make any more of these just because they do take up so much white. And one of my best sellers 2 years ago, the last time I did this market, was just the littler ghosts. I was literally like making them and selling them as I made them. Like it just kept running out. So I want to save a lot of my white for those. And then if I have time and enough, I might make, I like this size better. His head is really heavy. So, and I don't know why I think I made it right, but it looks a little flatter than round. Maybe I just didn't stuff it good. But I think I like this size better, or I can use some Parfait Plush that I haven't tried yet, and it might be kind of an in-between size. I just don't like to have too many sizes because then I have to price things different, and that might just get confusing. It's easiest just to have a small and a large, and not small, medium, large. So, but yeah, so these were not super hard. You just make the arms first, and then you kind of make the head, stuff the head, kind of close up the head, and then you, the only confusing part is you kind of are using front loops on the head to then start making the body again, and you're attaching the arms at the same time. The pattern has a little video, but the video has no sound. So if you just need to see what they're doing, otherwise, like, there's pictures and it's not that hard to figure out. But I do need to weave in these ends, obviously, and give them eyeballs. So that is everything that I have done so far. I have all my like fall Halloweeny things on a spinny wheel, and I've just been spinning the wheel and doing that next. I will continue to just work on towels, probably have a towel going every time I'm in the car picking up kids, because that one's super easy to pick up and put down. I don't have to bring eyes, I don't have to bring stuffing, I don't have to concentrate too much on what I'm doing because it's a memorized pattern. I did just start making some little leaf guys that are also from Little Baby Rory Crafts. I bought their mini leaf pattern. She always does like a mini and a big, and like I said, I always just buy the mini and then use the bigger yarn to make it bigger, even though it wouldn't be exactly the same as the big pattern. But that one's, it's like a maple leaf, so all I have right now are pieces. Like, you're supposed to, you make like one big piece and then like two medium pieces this way, two littler pieces this way, and then you like connect them all in like a spiral. So I'm to the point where I want to make one and see how complicated it is, see if it's worth making more. So I need to connect it, unspiral it, and you're supposed to add faces to these too, and I might not. I think a leaf with eyeballs is kind of weird, and I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make it without eyes, and then some I might make with eyes. I don't know. Anyway, I think that is everything. At least that's everything down here in my messy room. So if I have more, it's somewhere else and I forgot about it. So I will just have to show you that next time, I guess. So thanks for being here and watching this long if you have stayed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.